Okay, welcome back to Horses and Archery. This is part 6 of our restart, and I'm going to go ahead and do the Belgium now. I did the quarter horse, and I'm going to do the Belgium. I'm going to save the warm blood for the last because I want you to see kind of what I'm trying to accomplish. You're going to find out that the warm blood's a little bit more to it than that. I had to do a little extra things. I didn't want to confuse you any. I wanted to let you see exactly what we're trying to accomplish. Now, this is the very next time after the roping that I've fooled with this horse. All I did is just let him out of the pen, put him in the round pen. I did go get some feed, stick it by the gate there. He was just kind of standing there waiting on me. Now, if you notice, I walked in there and immediately he locked onto me and led. That's good. And that shows that I have him mentally. Okay, he's not doing this because he's not leading because he feels that he has to. He's leading because he actually wants to. Now, what I'm going to do now is just really build on that. So I'll go ahead and I put the lead rope on him. Go back over there. I'll get the feed bucket and put it on the fence and time there and let him eat while I'm rubbing him down. Now, if you notice, I don't tie him tight, okay? I'm not tying these horses tight right now. I don't know if they're going to set back or not. I don't know that much about these horses. So I go ahead and just make a few wraps with this line. This is a 22-foot line. It's actually just a Makati rein, and I untied it, and I'm using it for a long line. So what that does is if he goes to set back, it slides without just getting tight and making him panic. It slides, give him a little bit more reaction time, okay? And I'll do this for quite a while. But anyway, like right now, I'm just petting him with my hands. You see me, I'm gonna walk way around this horse, okay? Because he's a little bit more aggressive, and I don't know if he's going to defend his food or whatever. But I don't want to get kicked, so I'm going to leave him plenty of room right now. I don't know this horse, and I haven't fooled with his feet or his back end much, other than just roping him. So I'm just going to rub him down, relax, let him relax. And again, I'm not a big fan of clicker training or giving treats or anything. This is my normal day. I'll catch the horse and make sure he's got feed. Now, I normally don't feed him a lot of grain, but on days that I'm going to work him, it's pretty common on the ranch that you might put in a 10, 15, 16, 17-hour day, So I want to make sure that they have calories there in case they get kind of a long morning before I can let them graze a little bit. So I do give them a little bit of grain whenever I'm on the days that I'm working. So I'm just letting him eat, giving him a little bit of a treat there, and letting him settle down and rubbing him down. Let him know that this is a good thing. He locked onto me real good. He led real good. He let me halter him. He followed real well. Nothing was on a tight lead. Everything was real loose, and he's standing real good. Now he's looking at me. You see his ears back. He's looking at me, and that's why I'm giving him a wide berth around that rear end, because he is a dominant horse, and he might decide to challenge me one day. As of right now, we've avoided getting into a fight, and that's what I want to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the feed bucket away and go ahead and start this training. Now, in this, you're going to see what I'm talking about, the difference between leading the horse around the round pen and lunging him around the round pen. You're going to see the difference. And this is starting to teach him to lead around, not lunge around. And so first thing I need to do is make sure that he's okay with this rope. So I'm going to untie him, make sure he's leading good. And I'm just going to kind of toss the rope around him, okay? I'm going to let him feel the rope, toss the rope around and make sure he's okay with it. Now, if you remember, this horse is leery of me being in that eye. He doesn't like me to be there. You see how he's kind of blocking? We're going to address that. I'm going to address it more today. I didn't make a big deal out of it last time, but I'm going to make more of a big deal about it today, okay? If you notice okay, right here, I'm holding the line short and telling you no, don't do that. All of this needs to be done on a loose rein. Don't cheat and choke up on this horse to try to make him stand still. Don't do that. The whole point of this is to teach him how to be handled and to lead on a loose rein. You ultimately want to be able to drop these reins and do whatever you want with this horse, and him just read your intent, okay, on what he wants you to do, on what you want him to do. So again, I'm sitting here and I'm just letting him get used to that rope. Now you see how he blocked me with that? I'm going to get a little bit more aggressive with him, and like, don't block me with your head, okay? Yanked on him just a little bit and got on over there, okay? I'm holding him off. Now, if that persists, as that persists, I'm going to get more and more and more demanding of him not blocking me with his head. It's going to become a big deal, okay? But I'm going to give him a chance to make up his mind to not block, all right? He knows, I want to make sure that he knows what I'm wanting him to do, and he knows that, I want to make sure that he knows that I'm not going to hurt him, okay? And then once that is established, then I'm going to start getting pretty aggressive with him if he does that. But right now, I'm just making sure that that he knows I'm not threatening him. So I'm just going to continue to do this until he relaxes and I know that he's okay with this rope. Now you're going to see the difference when I switch to that warm blood, how much more she reacts to this. She's a lot more sensitive than this horse. That's why I want to do the quarter horse and this one first, so you can get a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. Now I'm going to ask him to back up. See how he went on? He let me get in that other eye. He kind of took the rope. He wasn't moving around with it. I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next step. And the next step is teaching this horse to back up. Now, what I ultimately want, I want to just be able to show him my pointy finger and kind of shake my finger at him and him back up. That's the end result, what we're looking at. But right now, this saying that this horse isn't real sensitive, so it takes a lot to make him move, okay? So I start off small and then immediately get bigger and bigger and bigger, okay? Now, again, as his training goes on, he's gonna start reacting to this quicker and quicker and easier and easier. But right now, all I'm really wanting him to do is to follow direction. I just want him to move his feet. See how he tried to come into me? He says, well, maybe if I go to him, the pressure will be released. But that's not what I'm wanting him. I'm wanting him to go back. I'm signaling to him to back up. He took a step back, give him a little break. Now, if you notice when I'm pulling him in, I'm not yanking him in. I'm just combing that rope through my hands. I'm not even grasping the rope. I don't even have my fingers around the rope. I'm just combing it, just letting it slide over the top of my hand. Back him up again. I want a little bit more effort. Give it to me, so I'll give him a break. And again, I'm just going to comb that rope with my hand. Now you notice the draw the difference in the draw that this horse has to me than he did the first day. First day, he didn't want to have nothing to do with me. Now, today, he's like, I need to be close to this guy. I want to be close to him. I'm asking him to back up. I'm asking for a little more effort. He give it to me, so I give him a break. Comb the rope in. He's doing real well. He comes in, I'm gonna give him a good break coming to me. Ask him again, start off small. You ain't listening, get a little bigger. Give me a little more effort. Go, go, go. Back up. A little more. You know what I'm asking. Get on back. He did, so now I'm gonna give him a break. Now you notice I walked to him this time instead of calling him back to me. Just letting him know you're gonna have to do both ways. You're not gonna just call him in every time. Sometimes you're gonna make him back up, and then you're gonna have to go to him. Other times you're gonna want him to come to you. So he needs to learn them both. So I do both of them. There I am. I just walk into him. Get good. And again, I'm walking to him because I know his draw to me is really good. So I walked into him. Now, this is what I'm talking about, directing him around me and not making him lunge. Now, what I'm doing is I want him to follow my hand. So I put my hand out in the direction I want him to go. And then if he doesn't go, then I swing the rope. Now in a minute, I'm not touching him with the rope yet. I'm just swinging it. There, I touched him. Okay, but the first time I didn't touch him with that rope. Swing it, swing it, swing it. I touched him. Now if you notice, I'm not whipping him with the rope. I'm not hitting him real hard. All I'm doing is touching him with it. I'm going to turn him right here where you'll be able to see it. See what I'm doing. So I'm going to direct with my hand. I want him to follow my hand around. Everything's on a loose line. Okay, I'm not pulling his head around. I'm just directing him with my hand. I'm going to swing the rope, give him a little reaction time, and then touch him. Directing with my hand. I'm going to swing the rope, give him a little reaction time, and touch him. Now you're going to see with this warm blood, I never even have to touch her. But a less sensitive horse, it takes more to make them react. So you direct them, you swing the rope, and touch. Direct, swing the rope, and touch. Now you watch his tail. Before, his tail wasn't switching. His back feet, his head's starting to bob a little bit. Tail's starting to switch a little bit. And so he's like getting a little bit nervous with it. He's asking questions. He don't really understand what we're doing. He's like, okay, I'm kind of getting tired of this. I'm like, well, just listen to me. And like again, he doesn't know what I'm asking. He's going to try to back up. He's going to try to do all kind of things to get out of this. I'm just saying, wrong answer. Like, so what do I do? He'll get it here in a minute. I'm directing. Now what I'm doing right here is I'm touching him, touching him, touching him, touching him, touching him. I'm not just swinging the rope right here. I'm I'm starting to touch him more. I'm wanting more I'm wanting him to react. I swing it, and then see the dust. Every time the dust hits is when I'm touching him. Okay. The dust on the ground. Every time I let the rope hit the ground, I'm touching him. Swing it. Touch, touch, touch. Stop. And you notice I'm just drifting with him. No escape. Backing up ain't gonna do you no good. Directing, and just keep doing this. Touch. And you see that time his motion started going up, so I just touched him once. Swing it, swing it, swing it, touch. Bring his motions back down, letting him think. Swing it, swing it, swing it, touch, touch. And he moved. He decided, I gotta leave. But you see, I don't want him leaving. But he's not being directed. He just decided he needed to leave, and he left. And he remembered what we did the other day. So he left for a little while, then he came right back to me. I'm saying, listen, I don't want a recap of what happened the other day, but I just don't understand what you're doing. I'm just saying, all I want you to do is follow my hand. Now, the lunging kind of confused him on this. He thought he needed to get against the rail and run around in a circle. I'm like, no, you don't need to just run around in a circle. See, I didn't even move my hand. He just left. Okay? But he is starting to think. You notice he didn't keep going around in a circle, and he didn't go way out. He just made one circle, and he came right back to me, and I let him have that, because he did move off of the lead. Whenever I directed him, he did move in the direction that I asked him to move. So that's one accomplishment. So he's moving in the direction I want him to move. And now you notice he's getting slower now. He's matching himself more with my motion, the motion, the speed that I'm moving. He knows he just didn't have to jump out and run off. He's starting to read me a little bit more, which is good. It means he's paying attention to me. So I'm going to direct and do it again. You see now he come into me just a little bit, and he's not wanting to back up. So I just made him back up just a little bit, just a step, just to get him off of me. So if he does take off, he doesn't run over me, you know. So we're going to do it again. Leading. Swing the rope a little bit, and there he goes. Now what I want him to do is just follow my hand. Right now, he just knows that he's supposed to go in a circle. He's not really paying attention to my hand much. He's just going in a circle, which is okay. I'll take that. But I'm still going to lead him around with my hand. Now, he stopped. He took it upon himself to stop. And what I did was I let him off with my hand. I didn't jump on him. I didn't get on him real bad. I didn't smack him or anything. Hey, don't you stop, till I tell you. That's not what I did. I just started it over again. I just let him follow my hand. And we'll keep my hand out there where he can see it. Now he's gonna have to distinguish when I'm switching hands, but and they will. Now what's gonna happen is when I switch directions, I'm gonna pick the rope up with my hand and direct him in the other direction. So right now he's wanting to come into me. He's waiting for any opportunity he can to come into me. So what I'm going to do is just lift the rope up and change directions. See? Changing directions. Changing directions. Now he changed directions. I'm going to bring my hand to me and let him come in. Okay. Now you keep doing this, and he's going to start to understand. Okay, I got to watch this guy's hand, because whenever he lifts that hand and changes directions, and then it comes back to him, that means I can come in and I can quit and I can get my break. Okay. So this is going to start him to watching your hand. So we're going to do it again, the other way. Now he's been lunged both ways, so he ought to pick up on this. A horse that hasn't been lunged takes almost just as long to do him to the right as it is to the left. So there he goes. Did good. Wanting to come in again, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. I'm just going to restart him, because I want that draw. I want him to know that he can come into me. If there's an indecision, come to me. If you're confused, come to me. So I'm just going to start him again, and he'll slowly get that I am leading him with my hand. He did it again. Lead him again. And again, what might be confusing, he's following my hand, and what I'm doing is I'm bringing it to me. See how I'm bringing it to me? But he needs to understand that all I'm doing is switching hands, and he'll pick up on that. See, he's already starting to understand it. He didn't quite come in. He kind of stopped, kind of confused. And he says, okay, he's starting me again. And this is all going to be relaxed. Now, later on, I'm going to ask him to trot. I probably want to ask him to canter. I don't usually canter him like this. It's just a walk and a trot. Again, I'm not doing this to make him tired. I'm doing this to establish control. Doing this to calm them down, get their mind right. If you got a horse that's kind of uptight and nervous before you get on, you can do this and just let them settle down and calm down, and then you can get on and ride. He did good. So I'm just going to rub all that away. If there's any anxiety or anything like that, I'm just going to rub all that off. Make sure he's leading good. I don't want to ever lose that. And so he did good. And I'm just going to take the halter off of him and end the session. I'm not going to go on like I did with the quarter horse and go ahead and do a mounting lesson with him. I'm going to leave him like that, because he needs to. He learned a big lesson on this, and I want him to soak that up. So again, if you're liking these videos, just like and subscribe. I'm going to continue to go, and just press your little bell, and have a good day.